It is Saturday, December 30th. This is WT from the Coin Alley. In this episode of the Coin Alley, I'll be touching on dishonesty and the halting of our current giveaways. I'll revisit Ripple and talk about the latest developments with that currency. I'll briefly touch on Segwit2x, and I'll be doing a loan over at Davor. All this coming right up. Let's do it. And welcome back to the Coin Alley. I am your host, WT. Now, if you looked in the description of this video, I will leave a link to the actual start point of this video where I actually start covering the content. That way you don't have to sit through this introduction or this information here at the start of the video. So there are many types of visitors to the channel, some who are here for the content and are awesome contributors, and there's a small group who are here for free stuff or handouts, and only that. You only leave your crypto addresses, you don't provide any feedback or contribute in any way possible other than just leaving your address. You're often seen on other YouTube channels doing the very same thing. First of all, if you're part of the latter group, I implore you to do me a favor and unsubscribe at this very moment. I appreciate you joining, but we are better off without you. Please and thank you. I would like to think of myself as someone who enjoys giving back to the community, and I'll always do my best to share with you guys either the knowledge or anything else for that matter. And, you know, I created this channel for you guys, and without you, it wouldn't have grown as it has currently. So I was really disappointed over the last few days. I've encountered examples of people creating multiple accounts or doing other things to game the system in an attempt to win unfairly. There's certainly no need for that type of behavior. I have given back over $3,500 in the last 6 months alone, and I try to make giveaways as fair as possible. As a result of recent shenanigans, I've canceled the 12 days of giving and our daily Litecoin giveaways. I'll return to just providing content on the channel. I've also gone ahead and I've blocked and or deleted the obvious offenders, but I'm sure there are still a few of you out there. If you're already part of the Telegram group, thank you so very much for taking the initiative for joining the channel and the Telegram group. I will be providing something special to those of you who are already part of that group in the coming weeks. Thanks for being true fans of the Coin Alley. So a few weeks ago, I brought you guys a video in regards to Ripple and the future of Ripple. And as of right now, Ripple is over $2. So right now it's $2.07. When I checked last night, Ripple was over 100% in the last 7 weeks, up 33% in the last 24 hours when I checked last evening. So right now it's down slightly, 4.83%. And it has surpassed Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum on CoinMarketCap. So is it the right time to buy Ripple? You know, personally, I think we should wait for a slight pullback. I try never to buy at an all-time high. And right now, Ripple is at an all-time high, so I wouldn't recommend buying. I would definitely wait for a pullback. That's what I'm doing. This is only my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so the information that I'm providing here is just based on my thoughts personally, my bias, so I wouldn't take it for as gospel. So, you know, there are times when FOMO sets in and you're tempted to buy at a high, But I think Ripple right now is on the rise because of many planned partnerships. In the last video, I talked to you guys about a lot of banks are getting involved in Ripple. American Express is looking to get involved in Ripple. Recently, I heard that partnerships with Amazon, the Japanese government, and many banks are using Ripple. Because right now they're looking to use Ripple to replace the current SWIFT network. SWIFT is a network used by banks around the world for transferring their currency. So when they do interbank transfers, they utilize the SWIFT network. And the SWIFT network, this is technology that is over 40 years old. And, by using Ripple, they'll be able to reduce the transfer times for these type of transactions. Currently, it could take up to 72 hours for a wire transfer using SWIFT. And with Ripple, they're reporting that it could take as little as 15 seconds. So imagine going from 72 hours for a transfer to go through to 15 seconds. And when these banks are using Ripple for their transaction, as soon as the transaction is completed, then those coins are burned. So this will definitely add to the appreciation of Ripple because there will be less coins in circulation. So I'm really excited to have Ripple as part of my portfolio. I'm looking for a slight pullback, and then I'll pick up some more Ripple. But as of right now, I'm just holding and just looking to see how, just see where it goes. And we're very excited about the future of Ripple in 2018. So within the last few days, Segwit2x has regained attention. Now, this isn't the original Segwit2x from early November. As we recalled, back in November, we were expecting Segwit2x, and it was canceled because of they couldn't come to an agreement. So it says here on Cointelegraph, if we are to believe that what we are told, the Bitcoin blockchain has forked once again after the revival of Segwit2x. The fork, which was abandoned in November due to a lack of consensus among original signatories of the New York Agreement, proposed an increase in Bitcoin's block size from 1 megabyte to 2 megabyte in an effort to improve its scalability. Now, looking at this new Segwit, as it's being called 2.0, we're not sure if this is a legit fork. And as of right now, what I'm doing, I am going to hold off before I go out and claim my Segwit2x coins, because currently my Bitcoin are stored on Trezor. And until Trezor releases support for this fork, then I would definitely, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my seed key out there or my phrase out there to claim coins, because this particular B2X, they have a website here, and I've seen where they're mentioning that they'll be offering a wallet soon where you'll be able to put in your private keys and claim your Bitcoin 2x or your Segwit 2x. So in this article, it talks about the address format. It talks about the 2.5-minute blocks for this new Segwit2x. Furthermore, the block size will be increased to 4 megabyte as opposed to the original 2 megabyte proposed by the original Segwit2x developers. Replay protection is also being touted, which was a major shortcoming in the proposed fork a few months ago. All of this sounds great, but it actually sounds too good to be true. So I wouldn't be too quick to go out and claim my Segwit2x. If I were you guys, I would just definitely wait for most wallets to adopt this fork, and provide us an easy way to claim our coins, because that's the last thing you need, is to expose your private keys or your phrase to a wallet that is not legitimate, and then you end up losing your Bitcoin. So I know that everyone is anxious to get in on the coin, but I would just definitely recommend waiting. So right now, the Segwit2x futures, as you can see, it's 257.15. The original Segwit2x at back in November 3rd was around $2,200. And when that whole thing fell apart, as you can see, it crashed to $202. And right now it's, since then it's just been kind of flatlining here a little bit. And then it has gained a little bit of a rise on the 21st of December at $643. Just, there was a brief run up prior to December 28th when Segwit2x allegedly forked. They said it forked at block 501451. So, as I mentioned, if this is a legit fork, then it will be supported by the reputable wallets, and I would definitely not suggest any third-party wallets at this time. So there's a video on the website here, wthomas.eth.segwit.io, and I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go ahead and look at it. But they have this this quick video that I would like to share with you guys. It's very flashy, and they're hoping to get mass adoption on this particular fork.
Here's the main engine start. Hang on.
Brand new.
Check this.
So as you can see there, that's a very flashy video on what they're hoping Segwit2x can do for us. So definitely check it out, but definitely proceed with caution when it comes to getting or trying to claim your coins, because, and just remember that this is not the same Segwit2x from early November. There's a different team, different developers behind this particular version. So definitely do your homework before proceeding. So down here you have the features of this new Segwit2x. X11 encryption, block size increase up to 4 megabytes, replay protection. That's what they're claiming. Recalculation of complexity after each block. So that's basically recalculation of the difficulty. And high block generation rate is 2.5 minutes. The code's available on GitHub. They have a roadmap down here when they'll be implementing other features. We got our ZK Snark, and which is the preparation for your next level on Bitcoin, which the implementation of smart contracts on Bitcoin. And right here you have your anonymous transactions. Here's your team. behind B2X Segwit, and exchanges that you can obtain your Bitcoin Segwit2x on. So hit BTC, Yobit, and so on and so forth. There's some other exchanges out there, and here are some current wallets that are supporting B2X. So Davor has really been, rocking it out of the ballpark. They launched their exchange several weeks back, and ever since they've launched, everything has been going rather smoothly on this particular platform. Everything they've promised, they've been able to come through and fulfilled. The exchange launched flawlessly. They had a little bit of a maintenance period, but they came back, and last week they were doing giveaways for the holidays, and they're paying out really great interest. There are some days where it's a little bit low, but like on the 29th, they had 0.85%, which was a low day for them. But for the most part, they've been over 1% consistently each and every day. Now, I know they're having some sort of conference or some sort of shindig for the top promoters around the world. They're being invited to Paris the end of next month. So I've seen a few videos on YouTube, and a lot of these folks are looking over the itinerary and they're planning their trip. So today I'll be doing a loan on Davor, and I just sent some coins over. Now, during the ICO, I didn't purchase as many coins as I had hoped to have purchased. I picked up it was less than 200. So this ICO was definitely one of those where it was extremely hard to get in. You got into the site just as the ICO was about to start, and most of the time you either you were unsuccessful because of the fact that the coins went so quickly. So I wasn't able to pick up a whole bunch of Davor. So I did grab about 200. Less than 200, around 170, 175. So today I'll be using about 100 of those coins, or close to 100 of those coins, and I will be creating my first loan here on Davor. So the website is very pretty. Everything is nice and neat. You can model your loan. So if you wanted to say, okay, let's do a $5,001 loan, it tells you right here it's about 96.97 Davor coins. It gives you the daily interest, and the capital back will be in 179 days. And they have a little thing here at the bottom which gives you a little bit of information about your package. They also offer an optional capital lock boost, which we might be taking advantage of. So you have 30 days, 60 days, or 120 days. So let's say we do a $5,001 loan. So our bonus rate is 0.20%. Our capital release date is June 27th. On the average, the last 7 days, our daily interest payment would be $84.52. Over 7 days, $591.64, and over 30 days, $25.35.60. On our release date, we should have our accumulated total profits would be $15,129.08. Now, that doesn't take into effect these the lock boost option. So if you were to do the 30-day, your release would be $17,873, daily $25.65.60. All right, so we're going to be doing possibly the 60-day lock-in. We'll get our capital back August 26, and our release amounts will be about $20,797.78 overall. Would be our total profit on the Davor platform. So let's check up on our deposit here. I did send some coins over from my wallet, and it did arrive. So let's go ahead and start our lending. And 51.39 is what the current price is on the Davor coin. And let's go and do it. All right, so we're going to do $5,001. And then we'll do the 60-day lock-in. And then we'll submit. And like that, we have started our lending. So we have $5,001 here on lend. And we'll be checking back on our profits periodically to see how we are doing on our lending. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. Just want to bring you guys that information on Segwit, the information on Ripple, and also talk you guys through the Davor coin. There's definitely a lot of lending platforms out there, and I definitely like how Davor is running the business, and I'm looking forward to see what they have to offer us in 2018. If you haven't joined Davor, or if you're not a member of Davor's yet, or you want to check out the platform, I will leave a link in the description for Davor coin. All right, guys, until our next video, take care of yourself and, of course, each other.